Jerry Nard. Jerry Nard.
All right, what's going on, my people? Welcome to the Sn95 Power channel. So I have a story to tell. Man, this DIY life, you better be ready for it because stuff happens. But everything is good though, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's start from the beginning. I have been taking this car out for a while. Thank God that I have it, I would say about 90% mechanically good. So there's some minor little things I'm dealing with right now, but one thing that's really kept me from enjoying this car more is vibrations. Not the good vibrations, but you know, originally this was the first issue. Anytime the car got over 40 miles per hour, I would start feeling a vibration. And I've had my theories on it. And I knew at the minimum, I would need a alignment. And so I linked up with nephew Johnny, took it up to Firestone, and we got a alignment done. Going to give us an alignment. Now, my toe was off on the right side. Caster, you know, caster on these SN95s, you can get a fair amount of caster and it won't hurt performance. I think my caster's at like 6. And my thrust angle is a little cattywampus. But took it to nephew Johnny, got the alignment, still had some vibration. I was able to push the car a little bit higher.
That's on 159th Street.
Miles per hour wise, but I was still getting this vibration. So I'm like, okay, I know my Stifler's safety loop is basically riding on the transmission tunnel. I did cut up some real thick, it's actually like heater hose, and kind of wedged it in between the safety loop and the tunnel, and that helped. But after this alignment, I'm like, okay, it's still got to be causing some vibration. I can't find that piece, and I probably should find that piece. But the safety loop for Stiflers, it's a loop, but it comes in 2 halves. So I just took the top U part of that safety loop off, reduced some of the vibration. Great. I can get the car up to 60-ish, but it still started vibrating around 55. All right, so just rewind because I'm getting out of order of this. So after I get the alignment and I'm able to get the car up to, 50 miles per hour with slight vibration, it was Sunday. So I'm like, hey, you know what? The Bears had a late game and, I'm really not trying to set my schedule around football anymore. So I took the car out. There was a Fox Body, I can't name the Midwest Fox Bodies or something like that. I was planning to go to that car show that was up at Fox and Hound in Schaumburg or up in the northwest suburbs. It got canceled at the last minute, so I'm just like, all right, well, let me just cruise. Get out here and live my best life in my Coyote swap. And that's what I did. Everything was going great. And on my way back home, close to 3 o'clock, and I've been out since like 10 a.m. that morning, and I'm coming to the intersection. I notice that my coolant temperature is starting to elevate. And I'm like, wow, this is weird, because this car has never gotten, the cylinder head temperature has never gotten over 218 degrees. And as I'm sitting in traffic, it's 220, 221, and I don't hear the cooling fan kick on. So before it got to 225, I was close enough to a parking lot, pulled over in that parking lot. I'm listening, and the cooling fan is not turning on. And so let me just show you what happened. All right, what's going on with people? Welcome to the Sn95 Power channel. Like, I was almost stranded out here. So this is why it's like very crucial to know how to work on your car. So let me try to show y'all what happened. I've been out enjoying my best life, and then, gosh, you can't see that. Maybe from right here, yeah. So that's my high current relay for my fan. I was, like I say, out enjoying myself cruising, and then I noticed my coolant temperature is just like starting to rise. And luckily, I was at a point where I could kind of pull off in this parking lot. As I was stopped, I noticed that my coolant fan was kind of intermittent. And lo and behold, I pull over, the coolant fan's not on, cylinder head temperature is like 200 something degrees. And I'm like, all right, well, let's figure out what's going on. This is a brand new fan, so I kind of doubt that it was the fan. So here's the other cool thing. Like, I have some tools with y'all, have some stuff with y'all. Like, I always carry like my tool bag. It's back there. I got a spare intercooler pump. I should get like a spare relay just in case for stuff like this, but you know, you live and you learn. So yeah, I start off by just checking my voltage here. You know, you don't work on this stuff in a while, you kind of forget. Tracing back wires, so I know these Hollies are ground triggered, so I just didn't know if my ground had broken or my 12 volts broken. I come down here and look in the fender well, and this is all self-inflicted because I need to move this relay higher up. You know, I cut the wheel too far, and it crushed the relay, and the whole housing came off, and the housing was touching on the chassis, so it was shorting it out. So good thing I got my stuff out here. I was able to figure it out. I just bypassed the relay and got it going right to the 12 volts. So 12 volts directly to the battery. So one thing I need to do now is just figure out a way of how to tie that relay down. I don't think I have any tape with me, so it's a store right here. I'll probably go in the store, get some electrical tape, get a tie strap, and then I'm good to make it home. But it's just one of those things, like, you know, you have these cars and they will kick you in the nuts. I'm out here enjoying this Sunday, and then lo and behold, something happens. So it's just a good reminder to just be prepared. Don't be scared, be prepared, as Ryan Hall said. So let me go to the store, get some tape and stuff, and we'll hit the road. All right, so that's the incident with the cooling fan. We got that straightened out. I have a fuse to that main feed going to the power of the relay. So basically, I'm just using the relay as a connection, bypassing the relay, and just using one of those wire lugs as my connection point. So I'm just bypassing the relay right now. I have it tucked, the wire tucked nice and neat and out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that happening again. And so fast forward, I'm just like, okay, I need to be able to drive this car fully. So let me really figure out what's going on. And then that's when I dig into this Driveshaft. All right, so let's talk about the Driveshaft. So when this BBK H-pipe failed on me, it had me to do a lot of mixing and matching as far as parts. I originally had this aluminum Driveshaft in the car. Had that thing in last year with the push rod setup. But, you know, me trying to troubleshoot, I removed that aluminum Driveshaft and put in this OEM one that I had balanced with new U-joints. I just figured something, you know, process elimination. Maybe the Driveshaft was causing some kind of harmonics. And so I put that rebuilt Driveshaft back in. It never fixed the issue, and I think it might have gotten worse. And, you know, lo and behold, it wasn't nothing to do with any of that. It was the BBK H-pipe sucked. So after I got this wheel alignment, I just knew it had to be something with the Driveshaft. So I went and took the stock Driveshaft out. And as I inspected it, I don't think I had the cap on one of those U-joints fully seated. So I took out the aluminum Driveshaft and I put this Driveshaft in because it was balanced. And by doing that, I had to remove the slip yoke. And I think that's what my problem was. Now these slip yokes, this is the rear flange, but same thing. You have these caps on it. And I don't know if I had the cap fully seated, but for whatever reason, and we're not going to split hairs on this explanation, I removed this. I put the slip yoke on the aluminum Driveshaft and everything was good. I put the slip yoke on the aluminum Driveshaft, took the car out, and it's great. No vibration.
Ooh, this is why you gotta pay attention to your environment. 12 was right there waiting for me.
There's a slight vibration upon the initial takeoff. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, and actually I don't think I'm gonna do that this season. Like I need to get that aluminum Driveshaft cut and lengthened because right now I'm using a spacer. But I think I'm just going to ride out the rest of the year. I mean, it's about to be October. Even though it's been unseasonably, oh gosh, I can't say it. It's been very warm and it's normally not this warm this time of the year. And so I might be able to extend driving this car until mid to late October. We don't know. But I'm not pulling anything else off this car that I don't have to. I'm going to worry about doing all that stuff when I officially put the car up. But here's the other thing. I'm not going to Ponies. Well, I'm up in the air. I'm not taking this car to Ponies. Ponies is normally third week of March. And, you know, it's like a regular trip for us on this channel. Next year, we're doing Mustang Week Texas. Like, I've had so much good feedback about Mustang Week Texas. And I'm not going to worry about taking this car to Ponies. I am going to do everything that's possible to get this car to Mustang Week Texas. Now, I'm actually debating driving this car down there. There's no reason why I couldn't drive this car down there. I am definitely confident, especially once I put the brand new rebuilt transmission back in. I am highly confident that this car will make it. I'm more worried about wrecking the car or something running into me or, you know, some kind of foreign object hitting the car. That's the main thing I'm worried about driving it that far. It'll be 16 hours. I think it's over 1,000 miles for me to get to Galveston from here to down there. So it would be for me almost like a 10 days off work kind of thing. you know, maybe 2 to 3 days of traveling each way to hang out with y'all, hopefully down there in Texas. So I'm excited about that. I have to say, I love this car right now. Like when I talked about the ultimate SN95, it's almost there, man. Like, we'll get into it in another video, like the last little things that I would want to do to really just bona fide stamp it, ultimate SN95, but man, it's there, it's close. And as much as I love the pushrod platform, as much as I love the sound of the pushrod platform, it's a lot of little things that I'll explain to y'all that just makes this motor, not from a power standpoint, but it's like small little things coming from like a turbo pushrod motor that I had to worry about, that with this setup that I don't have to worry about. And that peace of mind is, gosh, you can't put a value on that. So yeah, I'm just like so excited, so happy. Sunday, yesterday was the first day where I was just out cruising, man. I was just out enjoying this car, interacting with people, ripping on it. Even though the car did, you know, have an issue, and I couldn't still drive above 60 miles per hour at that time, I was enjoying it. Like I'm just so excited. I think this was like, for me personally, this is like the best thing I could have done for this platform for what I want to do with the car. On a side note, like all y'all out here with these Coyotes, with these Gen 5 Whipples and stuff, 6R80s, especially the 6R80 guys, like I don't see how y'all can control this car. Like my first gear, we'll get into this in another video, but this is the main reason why I chose a 4R70W over a 6R80, is the first gear gearing. Like the first gear gearing on this transmission is way lower than a 6R80, and it's still spicy to launch. So you 6R80 guys, I don't know how y'all do it, especially on this 4th generation platform. You can't defy the laws of physics on this thing. Like I'm talking about from a dig, like if y'all roll racing, it's different. Sorry, but that's what happens when you have little kids. But yeah, I'm happy with my 4R70W. I'm happy that I chose that. We'll make another video explaining more about the technical details of the 4R70W versus the 6R80. But I'm very happy that I chose this transmission platform for just the sake of traction. Like, you know, I think if you're doing highway pulls, maybe the 6R80 might be a little bit better, but hey, this 4R80 will do 155, 160, 72, 7,300 RPM. So if you build it right, it'll treat you right. But hey, I'm just excited. I just wanted to share what had happened these last couple of days. I think it's a great example of us who are DIY guys. And you know, the cool thing about all of this is I knew exactly where to look and what to do, because I built this. So, you know, it's fairly easy to diagnose. If somebody else would have built it, then yeah, I would have to get on the phone with them and possibly had to get a tow truck and, you know, all this other stuff. But yeah, I think that's why it's cool with these 4th gen platforms. It's easy to work on these cars. And, you know, I would highly advise all of you to learn how to work on these cars. It's not very hard. It's a very simple car. Even with these motor swaps, it's very simple. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this video. Until next time, God bless.
Rice on the trash,